He said, وَأَعَاسْ آدَمُ رَبَّهُ فَغْوَى. And Adam disobeyed his Lord and was disappointed. Adam would disobey his Lord. That's the only verse. You see, Prophet Muhammad said, the best among you is the one who is best to your wives. So if you want to judge a woman, you have to judge her from the Quran, an authentic saying of the Prophet Muhammad. It's a duty of every man and a woman to seek a pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For Allah, men and women are equal. On chapter Al-Azab, chapter 33, verse number 35, Inna al-Muslimina wal-Muslimat. Indeed, the Muslim men and Muslim women, wal-Mu'minina wal-Mu'minati, the believing men, the believing women, wal-Qanitina wal-Qanitati, the obedient man, the obedient woman, was-Sadiqina was-Sadiqati, the truthful man, the truthful woman, was-Sabirina was-Sabirati, the patient man and the patient woman, وَخَاشِيِينَ وَخَاشِيَاتِ, the humble man, the humble woman, وَمُصَدَّقِينَ وَمُصَدِّقَاتِ, the charitable man, the charitable woman, وَصَائِمِينَ وَصَائِمَاتِ, the fasting man, the fasting woman. And the verse goes, the man who guards their private parts, and the woman who do so, and the men who remember Allah often, and the woman who do so. For Allah has prepared forgiveness and a great reward for both. That's not for the men, it's for both. You see, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, men and women are equal, but they are not identical as physically, psychology or biologically, they are not equal. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them different duty, different roles. If somebody asks about a woman legal instruction, chapter Isa, verse 127, they ask you legal instruction concerning about the woman. Kul, Allah instructs you about them. Where Allah instructs you about them? In the Quran. Like say, hijab. When you read about the hijab, you will go An-Nur, chapter 24, verse number 31. About the woman, there's the hijab, criteria of the hijab. But if you look above it, the hijab is for the men first, then for the woman, which is An-Nur chapter 24, verse number 30. Kul, say to the believing men that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty. That will make for greater purity for them. And Allah is well acquainted and will all that they do. You see, the hijab came for the woman, men first, and then for the woman. The second verse it says, same An-Nur, chapter 24, verse number 31, and tell the believing woman to reduce some of their vision and guard their private part and not expose their ornament except that which appear, therefore to wrap their head covers over their chest and not expose their ornament except to their husband, their father, their husband, and all the married men. The 6 criteria of the hijab covering. The first one is different for men and women, and other 5 are the same. The extent of the hijab for men is from navel to the knees, and for the woman, complete body except her face and her to the wrist. But if she wants to cover her face or put the gloves on, that's fine. It's not farad, it's mustahab. And the other 5 criteria, the clothes should be worn as loose, should not be revealed the figure. The clothes should be worn, should not be transparent, that you can see through them. The clothes should be worn, be glamorous, so attracts the opposite sex. The clothes should be worn, not resemble of any unbelievers, like wearing with pictures or like resembling other religions, the symbols and stuff. And it's criteria for all 5, last 5, or for all 4. You see, there is misconception about the woman covering her face. And some of the men, they have put it really to cover her face. But see, if you need the answer, you have to go to the Quran and the authentic hadith of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. As I said, it's not farad, it's mustahab. Mustahab means you can do it. It's still a reward. But if she doesn't do it, you cannot push her to do it. But there is no single verse in the Quran or the Hadith about covering the face. There was a time of the Prophet ﷺ when there's women they did cover the face, and there were some they didn't. But hijab does prevent molestation. On chapter Al-Azab, verse 33, chapter 33, verse number 59, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers bring down over themselves out of their garments that is more suitable for them, will be known and be most, they will not be abused. And ever in Allah forgive and merciful. So hijab does, what do you call it, prevents molestation. And as I said, if they ask about the legal instruction in Islam about a woman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, as Nisa 127, they ask you legal instruction concerning about women, say Allah instructs you about them. In the Holy Quran, and I think he said, you see, there's another thing about new Muslims marrying 4 wives. And at times when we have new reverse Muslims comes in, they think they can marry 4 wives. And most of the time, that's the only thing that runs in their head is like, oh, I can marry 4 wives. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, or chapter Nisa, verse number 3, marry woman of your choice. Marry 1, 2, 3, or 4. But if you fear Allah, then shall not be able to deal justly with them, then only 1. But if you see chapter Nisa, verse number 129, this is chapter 4, and you will never be able to equal in feelings between wives, even if you should strive in the path of Allah. So marry only 1. You see, it's not a, Allah said, it didn't say you can go and marry 4. It's actually a solution of the problem. Now the problem is, if you see, we have more women than men in the United States. If, as I said, every man gets married, every straight man gets married, not sort of mind, every straight man gets married, we will still have 7.8 million women unjustified left. Unjustified. One third of the population is sodomites. They don't even like men or women. They're like different opposite sex. And most of the jails are filled with men in prisons. So if you equalify all that, we will have more than 20 million women unjusticed. So it's a solution for the problem. It's not for your desires. It's just the problem. If this problem does come, we have a solution in the Quran, the Holy Quran. And also about the concession about the having a hurain in Jannah. In paradise, all men will have hurains. And which is true, all men have hurains, and women too. You see, you have to understand the Quran when you read the Quran. If there's something about you, you can't just jump aside and take the whole verse, take one verse and talk about it. You have to become the whole, the book as a whole. Hur is a plural of ahwar, which applicable for man as hawar is applicable for women too as a hawar. Characterized as hawar, which means big, wide, beautiful eyes, and is especially described as righteousness of eyes. Righteousness of eyes. If you see in the Quran, on Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 25, and on Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 57, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Azwajun muttaratun, that means companions, pairs. Hud is rightly translated by Muhammad Asad as spouse in the Holy Quran, and also Abdullah Yusuf Ali as a companion. So Hud doesn't have a gender. Who for man will be in paradise? Who for man will be a woman with a beautiful eyes, good woman with a beautiful eyes, and for a woman a good man with a beautiful eyes. You see, it's for both. Just not for a man. It's for a woman too. Do you know the women are actually the backbones of this ummah? That's what Prophet said. Look after a woman. Look after a woman. Look after a woman. You know, there's another chapter, chapter number 4, Nisa, verse number 34. Arijalu kawamun ala nisa. You see the word the people say we are the superior, men are superior than women. You see the word kawam in this particular verse number 34. On chapter Nisa, Kawam means akama, means to stand up for. So you have one more responsibility to stand up for her. It's not you're superior than her. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we are equal. For Allah we are equal. On Ar-Rum, chapter 30, verse number 21, and among his signs is this: he created for you mates from among yourself, and that ye may dwell in tranquility with them, and he has put love and mercy between your hearts. Verily is that a sign for those who reflect. For both. أقول قولي أستغفر الله.